Are we recording already?
I'm just testing the microphone.
I'm just testosteroning my genitals.
Welcome to Manly Voices.
Yo, listen up! This is a video game where we're about a guy who works in a coffee shop, and all day and all night, everything he sees is just brewed right there, inside and outside. He's brewing dabba dee dabba die and dabba dee dabba die dabba dee dabba die. Don't sue us, Eiffel 65. Well, hello, one and all. Welcome to Manly Voices.
I'm just impressed you knew that many of the lyrics.
I'm impressed. Kind. Yeah, that was.
Mostly, I just know.
Oh my god, a cat's going crazy. Probably because I was yelling a bunch. Hi, it's been a while. I'm Evan. This is Grace.
And welcome to Married Voices.
This is Married Voices now. Grace and I got married since the last time we were fucking recording.
That's legal? I'm just kidding.
We were recording the fuck. No, we weren't. Don't go looking. Don't look for it.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. Okay, so.
But we've already watched our previous episode so that we know kind of what happened last time, and I'm already crying laughing because I think I'm hilarious. So.
You are hilarious. And we also we're actually recording this episode for a second time because we already played this portion of the game that we're about to play.
I don't remember anything.
We don't remember anything, and the previous capture system that I used, laggy as fuck. So we're not gonna worry about that.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to our roots.
Going back to the roots, not on the Jimmy Fallon show. God, my brain's all over the place. That's
why you wanted to record.
All right, here we fucking go.
You're giggly, I'm manic. Let's do it.
So
Manly Voices.
Last time, we had a bit of conversation with Myrtle and Aqua, the orc and mermaid. Oh my god, Phoenix, are you really gonna start with this right now?
Excuse my cat is screaming. All right, you do that.
Yeah, I'll catch everyone up. So Myrtle and Aqua, they were talking video game stuff. Aqua was all nervous about this convention she's going to for indie games, and Myrtle was giving her advice and said she would attend the event with her. And then all of a sudden, Rachel, little Neko Mimi pop star, comes in and is all worn out from practicing, and then she gets chased down by her dad, who's a worrywart, wants to make sure she's okay, and Morris Lester, the molester producer, is bad news according to dear old dad. So she's being suffocated, he's feeling protective, and there's no resolution to be had thus far. So we're gonna learn more about Mr. Hendry's little backstory here, and hopefully we'll give him some good drink and some good insight while we're at it. And Grace will have Phoenix occupied with the cat toy.
With one hand.
With one hand. Now that's impressive. Look, Ma, no hands. Okay. All
Mothers
right.
always multitask.
Are you going to resume the role of Hendry?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm all like stage fright.
Okay,
the Russian one or the Italian one?
Just whatever strikes your fancy, whatever.
Pastrami. Okay,
Pastrami.
now that's a trip down memory lane.
Now that's a spicy meatball.
You made me cackle right into the microphone.
Good.
It probably peaked the mic.
Don't worry. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable.
Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago. Just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium.
Fucking millennials.
It was the year 999.
And it was a great time for girlbands.
It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s.
Oh, maybe you're onto something.
And they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the last decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met, clearly.
And that's the story of How I Met Your Mother, kids.
Yeah, see, you could do it in 10 seconds instead of 8 seasons.
Right?
I-
Nine seasons.
The ninth one doesn't count.
Ninth one doesn't count because it takes place over the span of 2 days.
It was not good. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life.
You didn't find peace managing girl bands. I'm sorry. He just took a sip of his drink, and I just had the image of his mustache coming off with the drink.
Always when I'm drinking something is when you make me laugh.
Grace made coffee for this occasion.
Yeah, but it's decaf, so it doesn't taste as good. But, you gotta have coffee while playing Coffee Time.
Absolutely.
It is 8 p.m. I am an old woman. I cannot have caffeine at 8 p.m.
That's okay. You didn't.
That was real, like, John Mulaney energy.
You cannot have caffeine at 8 in the evening, as one does.
As like you talk to your grandma. Alright, so
You didn't find peace managing girl bands?
we have very few we have very few senses of humor. It's SpongeBob, Game Grumps, John Mulaney,
and mimicking people who are much funnier. than
right,
us.
basically. Right, that's all of what I just listed.
You didn't find peace managing girl bands?
Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. Okay, now we've gone back to Russian, but it's okay.
Yeah, whatever feels natural.
But what hit me the hardest was the fans. Toxic fans. Now we're British.
Whatever feels natural.
I might have even done it last time.
That's okay.
Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols.
Yes, they're worshipping ancient deities left and right. They're
This
crazy.
just becomes an episode of Supernatural.
Yeah.
To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff.
I wonder if I could
Dun,
do
dun.
it. I wonder if I could do a good Jensen Ackles impersonation for Hyde. I feel like that would work for him.
Well, you have to do like a smolder
I can do this.
and do a cover of Eye of the Tiger, and I think you'd be pretty good.
Just yell, son of a bitch!
Rising up.
So doing unimaginable stuff. Like what?
Like spending all of their money on vines. No, spending all of it, or NFTs.
NFTs.
In the 90s.
Oh.
Spending all of their money trying to copy superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families. And the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. What makes my dun-dun joke less funny?
Too real.
I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. It was like 2 web pages.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the target of the abuse. But
I wasn't even the
but I wasn't even the target of the abuse, but it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep was dangerous. He's a cat. Oh, I guess he is.
He's got the ears.
I know,
man.
but there's something about him that's very mouse-like.
I guess.
Not getting enough sleep is very dangerous for cats.
What do you do for a living now?
After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store.
Well, I'm pretty sure the wife passed away at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, her mom's dead. That's right.
Yeah, I think I called that in the last video.
Yeah.
It's, kind of tropes. But it's popular for a reason. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it.
And that's what I kind of like about this game is that they have these deep personal backstories, but it's introduced in a very casual way. It's not
Right,
like-
and there are like certain tropes on here
yeah.
that people relate to, but they're all different kinds. You have people that it's like the Romeo and Juliet sort of situation, the the young girl pulling away from her parents and trying to identify herself as a young woman and not as a child.
Yeah, and then the emotionally detached guy trying to make sense of other people's emotion. Hyde, the vampire.
Yeah.
And then there's the space alien trying to fuck a random
You know,
person
and
to
you
make
forgot
a personal
another one.
space Jesus.
There's always divorce.
There's always divorce.
Married voices.
Did you really read this loud already?
Yes. It's more than enough for our little family.
You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry.
They visit my place from time to time. We all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time.
Your little flip phone. I love that.
I should go home.
Are you going to be all right by yourself?
Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think.
Ah, my hip.
See you later, Grindar. That's the name we gave him, right?
Yeah, we're Grindar.
Was it just because he grinds beans, or were we going for like a gay thing?
I'm pretty sure it's the beans. But yeah.
No, I want to watch our first episode and see what the thought was there. And if I made the same joke, I am so predictable. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, they stayed longer and got extra dinks. You actually made me money, and I'm speaking in the wrong voice.
All right then. Goodbye. I'm also speaking in the wrong voice. Back is tight.
Aching voices.
Aching voices. He's just sobbing. No, I'm not. It's just the rain. Warm
Ginger
energy
latte.
boost for a cold evening. Thanks,
That
Ginger
sounds
Latte.
delightful, actually.
Thanks, Ginger Latte. May or may not include traces of red hair. That's stupid. I'm sorry.
Thank
Hey,
you.
It's October 1st, 2020. Hey, how about that? We were all still inside by that point. Is it too soon to talk about? What am I talking about? It's
The
always
cheese
too
whiz
soon.
craze.
Yes, the cheese whiz crisis. Let's see. Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Yeah, Hendry.
Rachel.
That's her.
Garcia
That's the Neko
confirmed
girl.
To reform.
Gail Naiman and Maruki Harukami to collaborate for a new IP.
Is that?
I don't think that's anyone we know.
No, those aren't the. That's not the mermaid. And
Those are real names. Moving on.
That's not the mermaid and the troll lady.
No, they're.
Myrtle the turtle.
Oh, sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you've come very early today. Is there anything I can help you with? There is definitely something that you can do. What is this? Can we work here? Oh. Excuse me. What?
Yes.
Is it possible for us to work here? What? Why? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here.
Try not to talk over you while you're doing your kneel.
Oh, yeah.
But he was doing the little wee.
Oh, you
The
little
little wee.
the
The little anime finger point.
Please, sir, will you have to talk really small with your mouth? I don't know if that's a real thing, but I just imagine it is. Communication is very important on Earth.
If Neil talks like with a small mouth, does that mean he's just talking out of his belly button?
And Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. Yes, it's complicated because our mouths. Yes. Moving on. It blows our minds to learn that you need to mix between verbal and nonverbal communication here. Yes. But I can see that your communication skill has improved an awful lot since you arrived.
An awful lot.
That is true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we have learned. We learned them here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly.
That's how you find yourself a wife.
Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked you to allow us to work here. Because you want to interact with our customers? That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Neil, normally, if you're applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you finally get the job, if you get it at all. Oh. Let me think this over, if you don't mind. And I'll let you know tomorrow. Oh, no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today. May I know why?
Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Coachella!
Our cat is on his back and just kind
He
of,
finally passed out.
yeah, he tuckered himself out. Okay.
It's very important for cats to get sleep. Your face, though.
Okay.
Thank you!
Oh, his color's changed.
But with
But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. And once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer.
understood.
You are just gonna take this rag and slowly wipe the counter
Yeah.
and pretend you're working.
Yeah. He starts wiping his own visor. There are other things. I almost started talking as Neil, but in my grinder
There
voice.
are other things
There are
you
other
need to
things
keep
you-
in mind.
There are other things you need to keep in mind.
What is that?
Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come just for a drink, work, or read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything.
How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not?
That won't be easy, but you'll be able to judge based on their body language.
Non-verbal signs?
Yes.
That will be very hard for us.
All throughout my talking just a moment ago, Grace has been like poking at my Adam's apple.
Like, how does it work? Well, because in order to do it, you have to hit yourself pretty hard, and I don't want to like thwack.
Yeah, Grace used throat chop. It was super effective. Indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign when you should start talking.
Give me a sign.
I saw the sign.
Oh, I was doing Breaking Benjamin.
Oh. Okay.
Give
When
me
you should
a
stop.
sign. I got sober. Yeah, he wrote that out once I got sober. I don't know where that came from.
I don't either.
My brain was like, fact.
Thank you.
You're
We will-
welcome, Neil.
We will need that so much.
Well, that's basically all you need to do here.
Do we need a special outfit to do the job?
Not really.
Yeah, but you probably shouldn't be in that suit because the agent guy's looking for him.
That's true. I'll lend you an apron though.
Oh, that'll
It'll help keep your suit clean.
deter the agent.
And it'll differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation,
Just give him a hat.
but it will make you look more legit for the job.
Just put a little hat on top of his helmet.
That is a very earthling thing to do.
It is.
You're learning.
All right then. Are you ready for this?
We are.
Okay. Okay. Let's start the night.
We're not monetized. Yep.
Who do we have? Welcome.
Welcome.
Oh, you're Fred.
What's her voice again?
She's kind of like yours, but like kind of more enthusiastic.
She's like yours, but more fun.
No, just enthusiastic. you trying to be smarmy with me.
Oh, you're already stuck with me. Okay. Holy wow. What the hell is happening?
Good evening, Miss Freya.
Hey, Grinder, what's going on here?
Well, Neil's working here tonight.
And I thought I was the one who brought bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion.
It's not that. Neil's just helping out.
You've never looked like someone who needs help.
There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around.
We need your seed.
Second, from judging the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around.
Let's brew these beans. What?
We have learned.
We have learned some things since we arrived and came to a conclusion before starting another breeding mission.
Another what mission?
Breeding mission!
We're breeding cockers, spaniels.
We should learn more about how Earthlings
just wants
communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn. If I wanted to learn how to breed dogs, I would visit the local confectionery stand on the street corner in which they place cylindrical meat tubes onto the bread, covering them with sauces of the red and yellow variety.
A hot dog
Yes! He wants to breed dogs!
He wants to breed dogs!
He wants to breed dogs!
It's a corn dog stand!
It's a very corny joke.
I love you.
We thought this was the best place to learn.
I'm sorry, my brain just like...
She's good, you're good. She's just like...
And you just agreed to this?
On one condition.
I know, I was just thinking about corn dogs.
I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate.
Fair trade. What's in it for you then?
What?
You're helping them here. What do you get in return?
Now that you mention it, if there is anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask.
Don't mention
Dude, we should take Neil to karaoke.
it.
Well, maybe you can...
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Well, maybe you can be my next story. I can write an article about your work here.
Freya?
If I still need to write for the paper again.
What happened?
The chief found out.
Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday?
Yeah.
How did she find out?
You remember my fateful meeting with the higher up?
In the elevator?
Yes. See, they were higher up because they were in the elevator. I don't know if I've made the joke yet.
I don't know, but I like it.
The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift. And the higher up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called her into her office.
Calls me and her.
Oh, the chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No boss is like, woo, poor performance!
Yeah. What are you gonna do now?
Write the goddamn novel, I guess.
And after that?
Hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know.
We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya,
And
but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel.
yeah, I don't have a job, but I'm still gonna come here and drink like $8 cups of coffee.
How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house.
Huh? I just like, stop giving away free shit.
Yeah.
You allowed to do that?
We will pay for the drink.
Aw.
No, it's okay. It's on the house. It is on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil.
That was the best thing to do according to our senses.
It was.
So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya?
Your favorite.
Our favorite?
Anything. I trust you with the decision.
We feel hot.
And bothered. Wait. Are you allowed to do just milk?
Just,
What happens if you just do
just
milk?
milk.
Well, you can brew it and see what happens.
Okay.
Because we could trash it and start it. It's just milk.
Just milk.
Is it milk? Yep.
Milk.
I really want to serve it. I want to serve it so bad.
Milk.
It's just milk.
Here is your drink. Especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop.
It's Grinder's favorite. Sorry, I spit on you. I
No,
thought
you're
it was
good.
supposed to be Neil's favorite.
It is Neil's favorite.
Oh, okay. So Neil picked it and we served it.
Yes.
But it's steamed milk, so it's gross. Well, who else is gonna brew it? That's not brewed. It's just steamed, honey. Thank you so much for this. Thank God it's free. Thank God it's free. Thanks for translating my laughing
Yeah.
talk. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks. It's because your tastes are terrible.
Behold our hot frothing milk.
Okay, but today I might have an idea why. It's just milk. I'm crying.
How far along are you with
I
the
wasn't
novel?
sure it would like allow us to do that.
Yeah, right. How far along are you with the novel?
I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines. And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood.
That sounds doable.
Especially with your surplus of milk
And he's like, do we get, Neil thinks that she's actually putting coffee into her veins.
Oh, right.
Prepare the syringe.
Nothing goes over my head, I'm too tall.
Even without the caffeine infusion.
Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all the races, and we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable.
Tell that to Lorelai and Gilmore Girls. Just need coffee and an IV. I use that gif a lot at work. I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation.
It was just...
Neil. Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee.
Oh.
Oh. We are glad to hear that then.
That was a figure of speech, Neil.
We have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language.
I mean, I get it.
It'll always be hard. Languages will keep on changing.
Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings
At least
communicate.
What if instead of saying we, he wanted to say that we're woke, like Neil did, but instead he said yolk? Like,
We are yolk.
like an egg. We are... We are young and spry and yolky.
Sunny side up.
Now that's some scrambled thinking.
Miss Freya, if we may ask. Freya?
Oh, sorry.
Miss Freya?
I was.
Are you okay?
My brain separated from my body for a second. Ask away.
How fast do you write?
I was just thinking of egg puns. Not fast enough, apparently. Well, it's not about the speed at which you write, it's also about quality. So if you write slower but better, it's better than writing a lot of words at once and not very good. That's one thing I struggle with.
Very true.
NaNoWriMo.
But do you have numbers?
Numbers?
How many words do you produce per day?
Well, if I'm doing NaNoWriMo, then probably 1,666. Or 67 if you would like to round up.
Is that
Yes,
it?
it is correct. I've done NaNoWriMo so many times and only succeeded twice.
I think I'd want to try NaNoWriMo sometime.
I've done it at least 10 times because I've done it since I was about 15, so that's about 10 years. And then you also have 2 other events throughout the year, but I don't do it every time. I didn't do it this year.
Yeah, I don't
for
like
April.
That's Camp NaNoWriMo, right? And they-
Yeah,
in the
I
spring?
kind of prefer camp just because not sponsored. But you can really set your own goals.
Yeah.
And November NaNoWriMo is like 50K words. That's it. Whereas with camp, you could be like, I'd like to write 1 hour each day, and you could do like those kinds of goals.
Sure.
Which would probably work better for me. But with like a lot of things make sense now. Like I used to essentially make myself hypomanic to write better. And now that I'm better for the most part, I haven't been writing. So that's something I have to navigate.
Well, I'm sure you'll get back on it soon. Right?
Yeah, this was therapy voices. I don't think I have an exact number, but full time, I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day. Dang, girl!
Jeez. That's a lot.
Okay, Brandon Sanderson. Oh, he's an author. He's a hella Mormon author, but he writes those like books that are thousands of they're like high hundreds, if not 1,000 pages. I've read like 2 of them. They're very.
Did he write Pride and Prejudice?
No, but he.
That's a thick book.
He's like really into fantasy, and fantasy, as you know, is hard for me to get into. But he's a fine writer, but he teaches at Provo.
Okay.
BYU. Which is pretty neato burrito, but I'm not Mormon, so. I think he has some stuff online. Anyway, he like cranks out books like crazy.
Huh.
Some people can just do it.
Pretty impressive. That's raw, dog.
That's raw. That feels out of character for the character I've built for her, but you know, maybe in character for what they've written.
No, that's she's saying
that's raw. Oh,
yeah,
oh,
raw.
I thought it was like slang. That's raw. It's because of you.
Yeah.
That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote.
According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000.
That's correct. That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much.
That is a pleasant information to hear.
Because she's doing like a short story or like
Yeah,
a
like
collection of stories, right?
Yeah.
How many words do
Probably
you need to
30,000.
write?
My guess is 30,000. Oh,
half
of that.
Okay.
I think it should be around 15,000 words.
That's pretty big for a pitch draft.
That's it's about 40 pages.
Okay.
If my mental math is correct, it might not be though.
I don't know.
Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around.
If we count based on the number of words, it seems like you will be able to achieve your target easily.
Technically, by what you said you will achieve it in 3 days. Because she's like, I can do 3 to 5,000. Oh, I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside the mere word count. If we only judged writers by their ability to write large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories.
That is pretty hard to understand.
Quality, not quantity.
But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter.
Or you could be like, I feel like in the Aragon book, I remember there was this one section, it was like 20 pages, and it was like just dialogue.
God
I
forbid,
loved
in a show all about dialogue.
But I did actually really like that book.
Yeah, I've been wanting to read it again, because I remember reading it like late elementary school, early middle school, and it was so dense.
It basically follows the plot of Star Wars.
Does it?
Well, yeah, like the hero journey, you know?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Both of them are really strong examples for the hero journey.
All right.
Even for Earthlings.
Including the twist. Yep.
Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things which are hard to understand, from languages to arts.
Right again.
Sorry,
This is
take
some good milk. Like, could you, I hope maybe you put like a little bit of vanilla in there at least.
Nope. Just milk.
Just milk.
I pressed the button.
Is it oat milk at least?
No.
But you're not that wrong about writing, you know. Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. Is that sentence correct, grammar?
If I can read it. Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by.
I don't think you can end a sentence with by.
No, it would probably be something like
one
a
of the
word
few
count
things of
by-
which you could
by-
judge a story.
Yeah.
By which you could judge a story.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
which. Yeah. So.
Sorry,
grammatic
that
voices.
is it's one of my pet peeves.
It's all good.
I'll talk and I'll say a sentence like the correct way, and I'll have people not understand me, and then I rephrase it in the wrong way, and they're like, oh, and I totally get it. The wrong way technically like is correct in that we use it frequently.
Yeah.
And it's become part
a
of our
colloquial thing.
You know, like people understand you.
Fun fact for the people at home: whenever I play Quiplash,
We're fun. Oh.
whenever I play Quiplash
Oh.
with Grace and my friends,
Jackbox not sponsored.
we are always able to tell when it's my message because it's always grammatically correct and it's always with punctuation. I'm the only one out of anyone I know who uses punctuation.
You know, next time we play, I'll just use excessive punctuation.
Yeah, you'll just write it out like a telegram. It's like
Dash dash.
butt sex stop, which
Sorry,
is an
that caught me off
oxymoron.
That
Okay.
was really good. It's not the most important thing. You don't want to get lost down there.
But it's still up there.
It's up there.
So it is still a valid parameter.
Definitely.
Cool.
Great.
Next time on Manly Voices.
Is this the end of the day?
No, but we're getting to that half-hour mark, so we should.
Okay. Next time on Melee Voices.
Yeah. Okay. Yay.
It's because we got sidetracked.
Yeah, so we can do one more episode and try and finish out the day. Thanks everybody so much for watching, and if you like this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more. And also, don't forget to comment on what other voice adventures you'd like to see us do next.
We're back. Not to be confused with that one 90s movie that wasn't very good.
What?
The one with the dinosaurs? That says we're back on the cover?
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
just end the episode. no
Okay,
show.
bye everybody.
I'm trying to make a joke here.
Hello, one and all. So, since our last recorded episode of Coffee Talk, we were very saddened to hear of the passing of the co-creator and writer of the game, Mohammed Fahmy Hasni, due to asthma complications at 32 years old. This hit us pretty hard since Grace and I are huge fans of this game, and he left behind such a heartfelt and relatable experience through the eyes of many unique characters. And we're not finished with the game yet, but I'm sure the rest of the story, we intend to play the whole game on the show, and I'm sure it's just going to be real fun, and we're going to love it. If you're willing and wanting, I strongly encourage you to buy the game for yourselves and carry on his legacy. Our deepest condolences to Fahmy's family and friends. Thank you.